What are the signs that you will become a first generation cash flow, faith-based millionaire? You may have seen a lot of our videos. We ask a lot of questions. Why? Why? What are the reasons? What are the reasons? So let's unpack that real quick. So what do you want? We're always asking all the time, what do you want? It sounds like an episode from Notebook, right? What do you want? She's like, I don't know. But listen, if you don't know what you want, how can God bless you? If you just are going through the motions and you're not clear about your prayer life with Him and asking, Lord, can you bless me in these key areas, specifically based on what you want in my life, because I desire this too as well. And if it pleases you, please bless me with the opportunities and please bless me with the skills and ability. And therefore He can send you in a direction. But if you don't know what you want, well, how can you become a first generation cash flow, faith-based millionaire? So that's number one. And number two, why do you want it? Is it just selfish? What are the reasons? Is it because there's a huge blessing, but once you reach this point, you can cut a check, or you can be able to be a blessing to other people in this area, this community, the community center you want to develop, a ministry that you want to lead, a business you want to fund and finance? What is it? Why do you want it? So number one, what do you want? Number two, why do you want it? And number three, boom, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? I can't tell you how many times we've run across people say, oh yeah, I'd love to be financially free. Oh yeah, I'd love to be a millionaire. Oh yeah, I'd love to be debt free. Oh yeah, I'd love to cut a check to this nonprofit church. I just love to give. I love to give. I want to help a lot of people. But listen, you can't help a lot of people because you can't give what you don't have. So when we're talking about resources, if I was going to ask that question here, what's the purpose of the 7 Figure Squad YouTube channel? What do I want for this channel? What are we willing to do? Well, listen, I got 3 things here I just want to share with you from my heart that if you don't know, maybe now you know, is number one, I want to provide peace of finances to people. Do you know why? Because I'll tell you this, once you're able to pay your bills, once you're able to master your finances, once you're able to start reducing the financial leaks in your budget and start increasing the income that's coming your way, and you're able to financially elevate about a lot of situations. Listen, the saying is, I've never heard a pastor that ever turned down a donation, okay? I've never heard a ministry leader or a nonprofit organization turn down a donation. Do you know why? Because money is important to fund and finance and spread that cause. So number one, if I want to help you become a first generation cash flow, faith-based millionaire, I would love for you to have peace. Why? Let's get money out of the situation, so therefore the variables of your life can now be exposed, so therefore you can help improve or increase or add to those variables. And once we remove out money, then therefore we can get to the real cause and the heart of the matter. So when you are debt free, when you have cash flow mastered, when you got income coming in, we got investments coming out, you got portfolio and passive income coming in, all these things are starting to come your way. So wow, I'm not worried about my bills. Therefore you don't have anxiety. You don't have anxiousness. You don't have all these different things coming at you. You don't have collectors coming your way that you can pursue. Then number two, which is pursue your purpose. Pursue your purpose. That it gets you out of bed every morning. That you're excited about each day. It's, how many times you've gone to the job and people say, hey, man, how's your day? People ask you, how's your day? You say, hey, same old, same old. Another day, another dollar. Do you know why you say those things? Because there's no purpose behind what you do, and therefore you're cynical about it. You're not excited, you're not fired up. When people ask you, how you doing? Dude, I'm jacked. Dude, I'm so fired up with the situation, the person that we're building, the building that we're investing in, the business that we're launching. I am so fired up with this project. Why? Because you got purpose. You've raised the level of your finances, your increase, so therefore you can elevate above a lot of problems that will naturally go on in your life. So number three, transition to number three. So therefore you can pursue the things that God has in store for you. So therefore you have the financial resources to pursue, that you're not held back. Say, oh man, I love to do this, man, but my job, I'm held back more because, I've really got to sell this client. You're not in control. You're not pursuing what God has in store for you inside your heart. You're limited because, oh man, I can't really do it because I'm boxed in this corner financially speaking. So there's main purpose behind the 7 Figure Squad YouTube channel, because I want you to start thinking like a millionaire, so therefore you can strategize like a millionaire, so therefore you can become a first generation cash flow millionaire. And the Bible has some very interesting things here about what is said about the value of wisdom, which are obvious signs when I read Proverbs chapter 2. Now, the reference Bible I'm using is John Maxwell's Leadership Bible. I love this Bible. A huge fan of John Maxwell. I think I've got a whole bookshelf here of all of his books. One of my favorite ones is his leadership Bible here, because he actually breaks down a Bible study, how he unpacks scripture. And many of you may or may not know this, but I am just in love with the life of King Solomon. I'm in love with Proverbs and Ecclesiastes because it allows me to have a Bible-based perspective about money, finance, success, wealth, prosperity, all based in the Bible. Because here's the thing, I can't go based on man's laws or today's laws or current laws, because those laws haven't stood the test of time. So when I read the Bible and I say, okay, I want to be a millionaire, and I just want to be a millionaire for 1 year or 2 years or 10 years or 20 years. I want to be a millionaire, multimillionaire, decamillionaire, et cetera, so on and so forth, because there's a greater purpose that I have in my life at many different levels to this game. There's levels to this game where you're making $1,000 extra a month. There's levels to this game where you're making $50,000 a year. There's levels to this game where you're making $100,000 a year. There's levels to this game where you're making $500,000 a year. There's levels to this game where you make $1 million a year, so on and so forth. That each level, there's always something else. There's some elements that we need to eliminate there, so therefore you can have peace, you can have purpose, so therefore you can pursue the thing that God has placed in your heart.